It is the year 1871 in the convent of the Poor Clares of Tuscania, where a nun, Sister Maria Geltrude of Gesù Nazareno, had been ill for 3 years with cancer, and which, in addition to the pain, caused her great disturbance because she had to be visited by doctors constantly. Immobilized in bed for several months, on the morning of March 8th, while the community was in the choir, participating in Holy Mass, the sick nun noticed that the door of her cell opened and a man entered. Very surprised because he came alone and not with an escort, as indicated by the rule of the monastery, she asked him who he was. "I am the carpenter of the monastery," he replied, and taking a chair that was in the room, he sat down near the bed. Still surprised but convinced of what the man had told her, she asked no more. "What's the matter with you?" the man began. "They say I have a serious illness and nothing can be done," the nun explained with great humility. "Trust in God," the carpenter added. Then he stood up, and, as silently as he had come in, he left. While Sister Maria Geltrude was speaking to him, she observed, as she herself declared later, that he had wonderful eyes, like 2 stars. At the end of the Holy Mass, the nursing nun returned to the infirmary and was surprised to see the chair out of place. She asked who left it there, because she herself, before Holy Mass, had left everything in order. "The carpenter of the monastery came a moment ago," answered the sick woman. "The carpenter?" asked the nurse in amazement, "but no one could have entered. The keys to the monastery are held by the Mother Abbess." "Yes, and he also sat here and told me to trust in God." Upon hearing this, the nursing nun ran to look for the Mother Abbess, convinced that the nun was delirious. There was then a certain agitation and nervousness among the nuns, because no one could understand who the mysterious carpenter could be, since no one had entered the monastery. The abbess knew that the nun was very devoted to Saint Joseph, and that, from the beginning of her illness, she had prayed a lot to the saint, asking to be healed. So, with ardent faith, she took the 2 chairs from the sick room, knelt down, and began to pray. "Saint Joseph, if it was really you who came this morning, show me which chair you sat on." One of the chairs began to move without anyone touching it. The mother, followed by all the nuns, hugged the chair, trembling and crying, thanking God for having deigned to grant the community such a great grace. The nun recovered and lived in excellent health in a hidden life of prayer and simplicity. She died on April 1st, 1920, Holy Thursday, at the age of 81. Saint Joseph, hope of the sick, pray for us.